Hi friends, Marlene here from Uniquely Ella. I have hopefully a quick little video today. I want to do a little flip on Sienna, and this is the reason why I don't film, I don't get to capture a lot of my digitals, because in my rush to get them to their new forever home, I wrap them and I mail them and then I forget. So, but I was able to catch Sienna before she left. So I guess we'll open her together, I guess. Okay, so I'm so excited. She turned out really nice. I like how she turned out. So let's take a look. I'm just going to cut this open because I'll just have to rewrap it again. I always try to wrap it kind of pretty, you know, how I would like to get it. Okay, so what a shame. We'll do that again. But let's get to Sienna. And I was like, oh my God, she's out the door. And I really like how she turned out. It's a tall, skinny journal. You'll be able to see. Okay, Sienna, you can breathe again. So here she goes. I really like her a lot. She's a cutie. As you can tell, she's a tall, skinny journal, which is like my latest thing. I love it. But even though I think my next journal is going to be like a regular journal, because I'm missing doing those too. She is a one signature journal, and for the binding I used sari silk, like I always do, like my regular standard binding method, and she's tied up here. And I used this sari silk, which is that ombre, which I love so much in the fall colors. I was dying to use it. So I did. And what she has, I made 4 of these and they're gone. She's the only one left that I got to mail out. When I do 4 journals, it's a little bit more challenging because it's hard to get them all exactly the same. I always try to do just 2 journals, but sometimes, especially like my fall journals have been like 4 because I just love the fall colors. I love working with falls. So, guys, did I say welcome? No, I didn't, because I was such a hurry to open that up. Welcome, guys. If you're new to my channel, my name is Marlene, and I am Uniquely Ella everywhere. And I just want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. There are quite a few of them on Instagram and over on Facebook. Thank you so much, and thank you for your constructive comments. I love you guys. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Okay, so as I was saying, when I do 4 journals, it's a little bit harder to try to get them all exactly the same. And these are no different. Just a few little, like this image is not the same in it's a mushroom, but it's a different mushroom. And then this little piece here is the same color, but it's a little different. So what I do, if I use like a larger piece somewhere, I'll make up for it by using a larger piece someplace else. But I would say 98.5% they're identical. So I added just a cream color sari just to hold her. And here I found these pieces of earrings in my stash that I love, and they have a little bit of the olive green color, and I love that they match the sequins, they match everything. I love it. So let's get her open so I can show you. I always like to do, like you guys know, a little presentation piece on the front. I always like to do that. And no different this time. This time, sometimes I'll do envelope, sometimes I'll do tag, I'll do whatever. But this time what I did one of my pockets, my little pockety things that I did with my rag paper book that I love, that it feels so good. And then I just added a music sheet in the back. I used a lot of my, I used some Tim Holtz stuff, but I also used a lot of my rusted paper clips because I love how they turned out. And then in this little pocket here, I have there's a lot of floating things, and I really like doing that more now than permanently attaching things to the pages, because I'm thinking like how I would want it. I would want something that gives me more flexibility. Like if I don't want that little insert there, it's out of there. I'm not going to put it in. I'll use it in another journal. I may want to use this little dictionary or book page for me to create something. So if it's not attached to the journal, I can just get it. So I think it's a lot more flexible to do that. And I got that idea from who does that a lot? Leslie. I think it's Leslie. 507 Willow House Journal. I'm going to link her underneath. She does a lot of these floating things. I mean, I love her. She's amazing. So I think I got the idea from her. So that's what I'm incorporating more into my journals. Things that you can take in and out. So that I'm loving that. So on this little tuck, you have a book page. You have an extra page from these digitals. The inspiration for this journal is this digital collection that's not mine. I'm going to link everyone underneath because I used a whole bunch of different artists. I used a lot of my things too, but I have my list in my little office area, not here, so I'm going to link everybody underneath. But this is the artist that inspired this journal, and as a matter of fact, I like this journal so much, this digital collection so much, that I haven't gone back and looked, but I'm 100% sure I did a journal last fall with this collection because I love it. It's beautiful. So, and I don't know if these tags are from that collection or from someone else, but I'll find out and I'll link it. So it has a lot of like the different mushrooms. It's very like woodsy and I love it. I busted out my fibers that I love and just little danglies and stuff from up here. And then there's a little journaling card here that you can journal, do whatever you like. And then here, what I did, I added with the little paper clip, I added a little journaling card again from somebody else. This little journaling card with the mushroom, but I kind of made the little frame semi-permanent. I think it's cute. You can even tuck a little picture underneath here if you like. Maybe like a Thanksgiving table setting, like how you're going to hook up your table. I don't know. Something like that. I kept one for myself, but it's a little bit different. It's the same paper collection, but it's different because I host Thanksgiving every year, so I want to document that for us, for me. So that's what goes in the little pocket. So I'm going to put that aside. Now, for her cover, I used a mushroom that I love. I think both covers are exactly the same. I just love that mushroom so much. So I used that for my cover. I kept the cover kind of, well, not really. It's not that plain. But I found this awesome trim that I am in love with. It's kind of like a sequence trim, but it's not, because this is, to me, it feels and it looks like cork. So it's super cool that I found that. I found that in my stash. So I love that. So I wanted to use it somewhere, and all I did was I just kind of lined the spine a little bit. But first I hugged this little piece of fabric that I am like in love with. It has these flowers, 3 of them. And this is identical. This is the back. The back doesn't have any of the flowers, but it's got that little stitching, and look how pretty the paper is in the back. So I like the 3 little pop of color showing that matches the trim. So I like that. So all I did was just hug that spine like that. It also gives a little bit more support. And then I emphasized the spine with that trim. These I needed, of course, to make it like a little boho looking, because I was dying to do that. And so I added, and I do that by adding some of Sheila's beautiful trims. I'm going to link her Facebook page underneath. She is, oh my God, her things are wonderful. And I just placed like this huge order, and I am so excited about it, so I'm using it. So I used a little swag of some blingy stuff here. This I've had for a while. I think this might be from my friend Esme. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I love that. And I think these little sequins have nothing to do with these, but they kind of match. Isn't that cute? And I like all the beadwork. So I had like 2 of these leaf things going on. So I used them up here. I think on the other 2 journals, no, I used them up here. They're just different. They're like a little different leaves. But these longer, elongated like this, I only had 2. I think the other ones are a little bit more chunky or fat. I like this torn paper thing going on here. Oh, I love that. A little trim here, and then how I outline the cover is that I found this really pretty soft, this came off a garment, and it has all the fall colors, and I love it. And it kind of has like a little bit of a give. I love that. So I use that in the front, you know, me and Ruffles, in the front and in the back. So for the front, I kept it pretty plain. I used a lot, I think in a couple of places I used this fiber thing that I had in my stash that I was dying to use. And it's kind of like in the ombre colors too, but it's more green. So I love it. And the inside I used that rag paper book that I love. So this is again in the junk journal style, which is all the pages are uneven and intermingle and look, it's supposed to look kind of crazy. At least in my head it does. So I left, like always in my journals, I like to leave plenty of room for you to do your stuff, put pictures, do whatever you like in them. Oh, and also my friend Yvette had recently, I think I used it on, I used some stuff that she gifted me in another journal too. She gifted me a lot of, I don't know why I think I've said this before, a lot of fabric sampler books she was kind enough to share with me. I'm going to link her store underneath to her YouTube. She's very talented. And she shared with me, which I thought was so sweet, a lot of her fabric sampler books. And I have all these odd little fabrics all over the place. So what I did was I categorized them by color. So I pulled out the fall colors and I made all kinds of little ruffles and all kinds of little things. And that kind of like inspired my trim to maybe not use so much lace. Just for something different. I love using lace. You cannot go wrong with using lace. But sometimes you just want something different. So I think I got that with a lot of these textures and all these different fabrics. So let's just go on. Here's another floating little insert. And I have a rusted little paper clip holding it. This is what I'm using as my little huggable. And then this little cluster I have, let's just go by, well, let's start with this one. I have a journaling card. This is from another collection. I know I used this last year. I loved it. I have this little piece here, also like a little huggable that you can journal in the front. You can glue it on a page. You can do whatever you want. You can create a little pocket. In the back, I have an old book page that I picked that you can do whatever you like with it. And then this little fold, this is from that book that I love. I created like a little pocket thingy here. You can use it however you like. That was all the way in the back. And then the feature little thingy in the front was this cute little envelope. And I just tied a little, just a little string. And then inside, I don't want to open all of it because I want some of it to be a surprise, but I'm going to open some. I always say that and I open everything. You know what I mean? Don't you do that? Here I just added a little tag, which I really like. And then a little journaling card with more mushrooms in yellow just to kind of match the mushroom, the yellow in the front. I think he is adorable with this little crown. He's so cute. And then a little, this is like a little journaling, little, it's folded in half. So it's ready, it's already grunged, it's ready for you to use. Maybe I shouldn't have grunged it, maybe you didn't want to grunge, but anyway. So that's here. I used some lace because this brown was so beautiful. Oh boy, the sun's coming in, so I better hurry up. I did a little cluster here. Let me see if I can bring it up so you can see it. Focusing, I don't know, I'm not playing with this thing today. More pages. Here's like a little tuck that I created with that I acquired not too long ago, so you can probably put something in there if you like. So that's cute. This is from a book and I like the color, so I used that. More little pages here. I created like a little flip. Vintage piano music. This one's even older. I love that. I love those berries. Here I created like just a little flip with some favorite fabric. You can tuck maybe a little picture underneath. Wouldn't that look cute? And then in this little floating, I just have a clip and I put some sari in this golden burnt color, which is really pretty. And then here I have, I've used this before because I love this yellow. I am so sorry about the light. Let me see what I can do about that. Be right back. Okay, sorry guys, I hope it helps. Okay, so here for the huggable, what I did, I used the flap of the envelope right here, which is really cute. And I have a vintage book page here that I have folded. And then I have another digital here that I made it look like it's really old, with lots of real estate in the back, and a French book page. This is old because it's very fragile. Okay, so more pages. Here on this little, I created like a little tuck, but I left it open on the side. You can close it if you like. And here I love this guy. I used him again. I gave him a little tab. This is another one of these little pages with a little something in it for you to play. And this is embossed. This playing card, I don't know if you can see it, but it's embossed with a leaf pattern design, which I love. And that goes here. This is another little journaling papelito right here. And plenty of room. Okay, so that goes in the little tuck. I love that orange. Love that. Here I made a little cluster with some of the fabric she gave me. 2 pieces, 2 different textures and 2 different feels. It's just wonderful. More pages. What else? Here I did use a little piece of lace because I just acquired that not too long ago, and I'm really it's like a big gigantic tablecloth, and I was just really wanting to use it. So I wanted to use it on a page that didn't have like a whole lot going on. So I got that. And this is an old Tim Holtz paper that's very porous. And then I just did like a little flip here. You can either write in the back or whatever you like. And this glycine bakery bag, it was in this beautiful color and I left it like that. I created a little cluster here with a little bit more bling. I had these pretty leaves. And then this tuck, I'm not going to show everything because I want to leave it a surprise. I have a little something hidden in there for whoever gets it. And then here I did just a little cluster here. Here, this can also be like a little tuck if you want to put something in here or hide something, or I don't know, whatever. And this is that pretty trim I told you. And this trim, I only have these 2 little pieces, but I think I have more. I just got to look for it. Look how pretty that is. And I like that little bit of blue because there's a little bit of blue going on here. Not much. I love that. I love those colors. More journaling. This is just a plain sari, and then I added like this tiny little flip for some movement and color, and I love the green on that piece of fabric. And then for my center, what I chose to do with my center, look how pretty the center, isn't that beautiful? I love these ferns. I love that. For my center, I did a little floating here, but I'm not going to open every single one of them up. There's a little hugger, and there's some other cuties things back here, and I love that trim. So I'm just going to kind of show you what's kind of visible. Should I show you this? Maybe I should. I made this little envelope this is one of my printables. I don't remember what kit, because the hardest thing for me is to remember things. But this is from one of my kits, and I turned it into like a little envelope. And it's full of little ephemera things that they can use to either work, and it's all like in browns. And I'm not going to show it all because, I want it to be a surprise. But I went and I shopped my cart, and I picked some of my favorite pieces, and I put them all in there. And the person can, she can use these ephemera for like next year, or she can add, she can use them as tabs. But the envelopes, what's inside the envelopes and all the journals are different, because I just went and pick whatever I could, as much as I could fit in here. So the envelopes are full of ephemera for you to play with. That's going to be a surprise because I didn't show it all. And that's on the center. Okay, so more pages. Look how pretty. This is the other side of the baggie, which I'm not going to show what's in it, but it's just more little inserts. And here I created a little cluster with, I did use a little, this is like a very faint, dainty lace. And then like a little flip right here. It's kind of cute. Another little page. And then in this little insert, for the huggable, I used, what did I use for the huggable? It doesn't have a huggable, it's just a paper clip. So I used one of my Greek word little cards. I like it because I like the green in the fonts are green, and I love it. This is from Raindrop Lila. I'm not going to show all, well, let me show you this one because this is worth, in case you want to get her kit. This is from a kit that I purchased from her last year, and I love it. It's like this whole thing on wheat, I think, yeah. Isn't that pretty? As a gardener, I had to get that. Isn't that pretty? And it's so soft, and the colors are just like fall. So that's like the feature, like the main printable here. And then I have a little ticket back here, a little check that I tea-dyed to make it look old. And then one of my glassine bags, I don't have a whole lot left, that I have embossed with this dye that has like the leaves. In here there's a little something, and then this is one of my tea-dyed, I think this is a plain tag. They can do whatever you want with it. Let's just move right along. More beautiful pages. I think this is like another little flip. I love this color. More little pages. Little pages. And this is the other side of that you can put something in here, of that little tuck spot. And then here we have another one of these little floating inserts. Look how cute that is. And then here's where I use the other piece of the lace that I told you about. And then in this little floating insert, I have another one, but this is like a skinnier little tuck that I made with my favorite book page. I have some, what do I have here? Some old piano sheet music. I have, I'm not going to, receipts thing. I'm not going to show everything, but there is a really pretty wax leaf back here. That's really pretty. So it's a nice size leaf. So you can take it out and use it wherever you like. It's like a gold brown. It's beautiful. What else do we have? I love this. More blank pages. More and more. And then here we have like a little flip. Just a little flip. Nothing too elaborate, but just enough to tuck a little note. Hide a little picture, make a little scribble, I don't know, but it's just perfect for that. This is the back of the book. This you got the side and the back to write in. And then this page I left it blank, but I did have to add a little something, and I added a sari, and then I made like this little tassel thingy going on here with some of my favorite, I love this, lace and stuff and things and goodies. And then I found this little dangle on my stash, and a little, you can tear this apart and use it somewhere else if you want. This is from Bohodaydreams, so plenty of room here to do whatever you like. And then more space. I am in love with these mushrooms. Book pages. Love this yellow. Back of that page. I love how this yellow goes with that yellow. And then for the back I used that ruffle again and some of that trim again, which is really pretty. So I like that. So I think maybe in my, I don't know if I always add like extra goodies, but I'm not sure what I'm going to add, so I hate to say what I'm going to add, and then I go over there and I run out, or whatever. Or I'm changing it for something else. I don't know. But anyway, this is Sienna. I don't think I mentioned her name. Her name is Sienna. She's beautiful. And her package is done, or it was done, and she's ready to go to her forever home. I loved how she turned out, and she feels really good. She's pliable, but she's really, 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 really chunky. And you know we love chunky. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you like Sienna. Thank you, guys. God bless. Bye-bye.